More rumors circulating about black men in power. We've just been discussing rumors circulating many things, including the African-American community, many believing there's a conspiracy to bring down the African community through AIDS, through crack, and through toppling powerful black men. Before we left, you had a comment that you wanted to make.
Yes, we need to get off of this about color. God made all of us as one individual, okay? Maybe it's us that we are the people that separate each other. When crack came to the United States, it didn't only come in the black area, but it came in the Caucasian area also. Italians all over. Same thing with AIDS also. It did not only hit the black people.
This lady up here doesn't agree with you up here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. What are you saying? What are you saying?
Because as soon as it came into the suburban areas, those drug dealers up in that areas were locked up, arrested. The crack cocaine got out that neighborhood, but it's still in our neighborhood. What's up with that? How much is the government getting out of that?
Come here, come here.
Look on 42nd Street now. Look at what the new mayor has done now. He has cleaned up the area now. Okay.
Any of you have something to say? John, what do you say? Wait a minute, let's hear from the audience. John?
I just have to say that.
Wait, calm down. I got to hear John from the audience. Wait.
No, when we look at these conspiracy theories that are very popular.
Wait a minute. The action is on the stage. John.
When we look at these conspiracy theories that circulate and have a long life, and we see them coming up again and again, we have to kind of look at the history of American history with regard to African Americans. And there are lots of incidents. I mean, the harassment of Martin Luther King, the assassination of Martin Luther King. I think there's a lot of evidence there that perhaps the government had a role. We have to look at all of this, and we can see that with this long history, it's not inconceivable that something of this nature could be going on today. I mean, this is one way to look at it. This sort of explains why I think a lot of people continue to think this, and I wouldn't dismiss that.
What do you say?
I agree. I think all you have to do is really look at the history of oppression in this country. And also, I say that a lot of the rumors that circulate in the black community are valid as a result of people's lives experience with a lot of these things being victimized in our community. And I think that a lot of people try to portray blacks in this country as being paranoid. But just because you're paranoid, that doesn't mean that
they're not out to get you.
Not really out to get you.
Yes, Victoria.
I think it's important, too, that we remember, perhaps, that if one rumor is true, it doesn't mean that every conspiracy is true. It's possible for some of them to be based on nothing and for some others to be based on reality. We have to keep that focused.
But the reality is that in the poor neighborhoods where crack is prevalent, the police intrusion is a little bit less, but if it goes into the rich area, but when it goes into the rich areas, there's a lot of people crying, saying something's got to be done, something's got to be done. You got to keep it out of the white neighborhood, even in the black area. Those people have lost their souls.
One at a time.
I'm not arguing with you, brother.
What do you
I'm just saying that some can be true and some can be untrue.
Right.
And just because you believe one, you don't have to believe them all.
From the
you can
audience.
believe some. Use intelligence.
Does anyone out there believe that Farrakhan would still be alive if a way could be found to kill him that wouldn't cause riots and upheavals in this country?
I'll throw it to the panel.
Louis Farrakhan today scares more white people almost on an exponential basis. Every day they're a little bit more afraid of Louis Farrakhan. If he goes to Libya and gets money from Gaddafi, they're afraid of Louis Farrakhan. He has another million-man march, they're afraid of Louis Farrakhan. But if he ever does anything good, like gets somebody who's a criminal and a murderer to turn the right way, we don't hear about that. If he ever cleans up a project in Chicago, we don't hear about that.
Yes, we do.
All we hear about is the things that you're afraid of.
We hear about we hear the good and the bad, and we should.
No matter where crack originally started, a national story last week should bring it home to all of you, because it's paralyzed all communities. A white Episcopal minister preparing his sermon in a white neighborhood, in a white church, is hitting the crack pipe while writing a sermon, and crack was being made in the basement by his white parishioners who are helping him. It has paralyzed all our communities.
You say what? From the audience. You jump in.
I agree with this gentleman right here. All you must do is look at the conspiracies that America has brought blacks through for 400 years. The evidence is all there. AIDS is just a product of chemical warfare targeted for us.
Do you also think that there is a concerted effort to topple powerful black men as a young black man who is...
It's not a coincidence that whenever a black man's income gets a little bit too high, all of a sudden there's a controversy, a scandal, somehow that he has to be brought down. Every time. You can't have one black successful businessman without some kind of controversy, someone saying he's sleeping with this one, he's unfaithful to his wife, he's killing someone. This is ridiculous.
Rolanda, ask yourself a question. Somebody who's in your industry, how come Arsenio Hall's show was taken off the air after he did an interview with Farrakhan?
Let's continue this. I've got to take a commercial break. We're going to continue this because lots of people are asking about people like who you just mentioned, also Marion Barry, Ron Brown, some other people who there could be a conspiracy. Some people may say, what in the world are the folks talking about on the Rolonda Show today? Some of you may not believe in the conspiracy theory. We're just trying to find out what people are thinking today. When we come back, UFOs. Who on my panel may believe in them? Is this another government cover-up to keep us in the dark? And is there really an area called 51? We'll talk about that right after this.
Shit. Yeah, what is that? I don't know. It's awful high, whatever it is. It was real slow earlier. But look how fast it's moving now. It was going real slow earlier.
Can you see it? Can you see it yet?
Yeah, I can see it.
Huh?
Yeah, I see it.